Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave YouTube channel. Today is November the 14th and the chart of the day for today is the Russell 2000 RTY. So here is a 60 minutes time frame looking for a wave 4 pullback in the form of an ABC with have a bullish sequence right side up, which basically suggests the trend is bullish. And this blue box is the potential buying zone or potential support area between 2370 2329, which is the 161.8% extension of the A leg. Now, as long as we don't break below 2329, at least in this cycle, then we can expect some sort of support from this blue box, and then from here we can either go to new high or it can rally in 3 waves at least. Okay, now if it does break below 2329, then there is a potential this becomes a bigger pullback. It can become a 1 2 3 if it goes to 1.618, and then if that's the case, then basically you don't know anymore what the potential target is. It can continue to extend lower whenever it extends to 1.618. So basically 1.618 is kind of like the key level, and if it breaks or goes below that, then there is many things we need to consider to see what exactly the structure will be. Okay, but as long as it doesn't break below this 2329, then we favor support from this area, at least 3ish rally from this area, if not going to new high. Okay, now if I zoom out on the weekly time frame, now obviously you know that Dow, Nasdaq, ES, they all make new high, so there's no reason to be bearish or anything like that, right? It continues to be bullish. If I look at the Russell, it is not as bullish. Probably it is now because it has already broken. Let me see if it has broken this one as well. 24, let me make it bigger here. So this high on the 2021 is 2460 and the current high is 2455. So we have not broken above it, but very close. I think it will. And if it does break, then you will have a clear bullish sequence, high structure, which should then go to 100% extension, right? So again, I think potentially chances are we will continue to see more upside and eventually break above this 2460. And even when you look at the swing from this low, you can see there is a 1 2 3 4 5. So there's a 5 swing sequence, which is a motive sequence. 5 swing is what we call a motive sequence, which basically suggests it is not complete. Now, a impulsive or motive sequence usually runs in 5 and then 9 and then 13 and so on. If corrective, then it's 3 or 7, but this should be a motive sequence, especially if it breaks above here. It will have to be a motive sequence here. So that means we should be looking for the upside extension. Again, any pullback, this is the the sort of the most aggressive view, right? Calling for this to find support here and extends higher. Now let me give you the least aggressive view. The least aggressive view is something like, you call this, I don't know if we can call it that way. Let me double check here what the extension is. Yeah, we cannot even call it that way because I cannot call this 1 2 3 4 5 because then that 3 here will be in the shortest wave, which is not allowed. So even this looks to be some sort of a potentially a nest, guys, like a 1 2 1 2. Okay, so that means I think the least bullish view will be correcting the cycle in a bigger 3 waves like this before higher, right? It doesn't really change the bias, which is higher, but it does change the degree of the correction. But for now, we're looking for this area, as long as we don't break below 2329, to see support for the upside. Okay, so that's the update from the Russell. As always, if you want to get more updates on the Russell or any other indices, Forex, commodities, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days trial. The link is in the description of the video. So see you all again next time. Have a nice day, everyone.